to change old ideas and practices so that we may direct their power toward good ends. By merging with the Cookman Institute of Jacksonville, Florida in 1904, she did just that. The all-girls school became a co-ed high school, and after affiliating with the United Methodist Church a year later, the high school evolved into a junior college. Then, in 1931, Bethune-Cookman College received its full accreditation. As the years went by, Dr. Bethune worked to establish a 4-year Bachelor of Arts program for liberal arts and teacher education in 1941. Dr. Bethune started from meager roots and helped to pave the way for thousands of young men and women to receive their education. Finally, in 2007, the Bethune-Cookman College reached university status. A quote from Dr. Bethune's last will and testament reads, "We live in a world which respects power above all things. Power, intelligently directed, can lead to freedom. Unwisely directed, it can be a dreadful, destructive force." Dr. Bethune died on May 18, 1955. However, the faith, service, and dedication that was put into her school made it possible for over 13,200 students to graduate. And her vision still lives on today, continuing to sustain her legacy of faith, scholarship, and service. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Jereleen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have distinguished guests with us today who are going to tell you their feelings about this lovely woman. Congressman James Clyburn is in Washington right now, doing his thing, working for the people. In his stead, we're pleased to have Mr. Rickenbacker, if I can find the card. Mr. Rickenbacker is representing the office of Congressman Clyburn, and welcome him, if you would, please.
Before there was a Shirley Chisholm. Before there was a Coretta Scott King. Before there was a Condoleezza Rice. And even before there was a Michelle Obama, there was a Dr. McLeod Bethune. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
On behalf of Congressman Clyburn, who wanted to be here, but as Mr. Penner said, he's in Washington, he asked me to convey his words in a letter that I will read at this time. Dear friends, it is my pleasure to add my voice to the distinguished group gathered here today to celebrate the unveiling of the Mary McLeod Bethune license plate. Today's event brings back memories of a similar day 40 years ago when I organized the unveiling of Dr. Bethune's portrait, which holds the distinction of being the first of an African American to hang in South Carolina's Capitol building. I am pleased to see that the same likeness represented today on this license plate. I commend the leadership of the Twin City Outreach Mission and the support of the legislature and the governor that made this recognition possible. It is very fitting that the proceeds of this license plate will go to the bettering of the Maysville community that Dr. Bethune loved so dear. I regret that I'm unable to be with you in person today, as I am in Washington for the congressional business and the President's State of the Union address tonight. But be assured that I am with you in spirit. Dr. Bethune is one of my heroes, and I'm encouraged by any effort that seeks to honor her tremendous legacy. With kindest regards, I am James E. Clyburn, Assistant Democratic Leader, U.S. House of Representatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Field Representative for Congressman James Clyburn. From South Carolina District 19, I'd like for you to welcome Senator John L. Scott, Jr. Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
On this very, very powerful day as we relive and continue to live the legacy of this great woman. to my right and to your left, if we look, as she looks down on this day of this great occasion, again, as she revisits South Carolina from the unveiling of her portrait now to the unveiling of a license plate. The years that she has been gone, still her legacy continued to live on. About 16 years ago, this couple walked into my office who had just returned from New York, the grandnephew and the grandniece of Mary McLeod Bethune. They came with themselves with a great beacon of hope, how we can do something great for Maysville, how we can relive the legacy as her legacy continued to live on. Not as a South Carolinian, but as a great American. The Millers. The Millers began that dream, the dream of hope. First, beginning a parade again in Maysville. Then, talking about how we can build a museum that can house many artifacts that belong to Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune on the Black River. Then the great hope of how we can bring youth and youth activity, such as Youth Challenge, to our community. And now today, the license plate. We started with a $315,000 we received from the South Carolina General Assembly, knowing that $315,000 was nowhere near the $15,000 more dollars that they needed. But still yet, the hope, the dream of one day we all would come together, begin to embrace and support this dream. And I say to you today, thank you, Millers. Thank you even for publishing books, articles, and now today, publishing this portrait and soon to receive a license plate. Maysville must live on. 138 years God gave her to us. It's our responsibility to grow her legacy. Thank you.
I do trust we have a Senator J. Yancey McGill, South Carolina District 32. Welcome him. Aha. J. McGill in our future.
Thank you, Joe, to you, our South Carolina ambassador. It's a delight to be with you this morning. It's a delight to be with so many university and college presidents here today, so many pastors. I see David Weeds, member of the House of Representatives, many other House members and Senate members that have assembled. To all the young people who are right here with us today, we want to say thank you very much for what you do each and every day. We're proud of our young people in South Carolina, and let's give them a round of applause. You know, last night, I spent a good while visiting with Mary McLeod Bethune. What a wonderful experience. There is no way words will ever express what this lady has done for this country, the United States of America. I'm going to tell you now, and I'll share with you just a few things, and then I'll close very briefly. But an educator, civil and human rights leader, champion for women, champion for young people, and advisor to 5 United States presidents, founder president of Bethune-Cookman University, 1904, in Daytona Beach. Through it all, Dr. Bethune relied on faith, prayer for guidance and inspiration. Without faith, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. Without faith, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. No citizen has or has a more impressive documented academic or service resume. Dr. Bethune gave work ethic, love and compassion, wisdom, and a consistent use of political power for racial and gender equality. She gave with a missionary vision. Even though she could not be a missionary, her whole life was about working with God's plan. Today we celebrate a very historic moment and honor a great South Carolinian, a great American. And as Senator Scott said, she's mighty proud looking down and very bold. But I can tell you what a legacy that we have for all young people, to look up to and share with many others. And keep in mind, Jesus lives each and every day.
Amen. Thank you, Thank you, Senator McGill. I feel the presence of Dr. Bethune, don't you? Yes. Whoa. It's hard to applaud when you're holding things. And when Senator McGill was talking about how proud we are of our young people, hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! All right. We do appreciate you, especially the South Carolina Youth Challenge Academy. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your color card. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to welcome now from the Midlands Regional Office of Senator Lindsey Graham, the Director Yvette Rowland. Hey.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
It is truly a great day in South Carolina. It is an honor to stand here before you today on behalf of Senator Lindsey Graham. As you all know, he was unable to be here. However, he wanted to share some of his thoughts commemorating this very special occasion with you all. He did send a letter, and I would like to share some of that with you at this time. He says, "Dear friends, congratulations on the unveiling of this historical license plate in memory of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. This is a wonderful occasion. Dr. Bethune's legacy is secure, and she will be viewed by generations to come as transforming our nation for the better. She is a true hero. Thank you for being a part of this unveiling and celebrating the diversity of the communities in which we live. God bless each and every one of you all. God bless America. Sincerely, Lindsey Graham." Thank you.
Boy, she adhered to that 2-minute rule. Kind of hard with senators and politicians. And now I'd like to move to the area of higher education, and we do have some fine representatives from our many fine institutions here in South Carolina. And in fact, I was asking you to hip hooray and applaud, and you can't applaud because of papers, and I'm asking you to applaud, and you can't. So, from Benedict College, President and CEO, Dr. David Swinton. Say, good morning, Dr. Swinton. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's great privilege for me to represent Benedict College, and we're pleased to continue its legacy of being a powerful driven society by participating today in this special historic occasion, the release of a special license plate in honor of a great South Carolinian, Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. The college is proud to share in this moment of crowning legacy to a strong African-American woman who was on the right side of history. On May 23, 1950, Benedict College, at its 80th annual commencement exercises, bestowed the Honorary Doctorate of Humanities degree upon Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune, with an accompanying citation which called Dr. Bethune a sane and progressive leader, and by her character and personality is an inspiration to all youth. Dr. Bethune, founder and president emeritus of Bethune Cookman, delivered the commencement address for our 80th anniversary. The National Council of Negro Women, which she founded, is the umbrella organization of National Women's Organization. Dr. Bethune's vision was for NCNW to forge a common purpose and have the educated sorority of women working side by side with the domestic household worker. The NCNW Columbia section met on the campus of Benedict College in the historic Starks Hall. Even before it was incorporated, the chapter embodied and carried out the mission and laid of the spirit of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. They supported efforts to end discrimination and achieve a better future for all South Carolinians. and Americans through education, better jobs, and respect for the dignity of all. The first president of the Columbia section was Dr. Alma Bird, professor of French at Benedict College. She was president for over 50 years. The Benedict connection was further illustrated in 1980 when a group of young females from our campus organized the Benedict Bird section on the campus of Benedict College, making it the first college section of the NCNW in the nation. I am proud to say that Benedict College